Before I start this video, I want to let you guys know that there's going to be something special for you at some point in the video, so stay tuned and be sure to stay watching. Also, don't forget to check me out on Patreon. That is patreon.com/thatsavvyguy. And also don't forget to like and subscribe. But without further ado, here comes the speed build. Hello everybody, I'm That Savvy Guy, and welcome to another episode of a Minecraft speed build. Today, we're going to be building actually a very popular home that we all know and love, at least most of you guys. We're building the Griffin household from Family Guy. So, I decided to build this house because I was just thinking of I've built all kinds of random homes, but why not try to build some very famous households or iconic households that we all know and love? So, um, yeah, I was just like thinking off the top of my head, like, hey, what should I build? So I decided to build this house off of Family Guy. There will be other ideas that I have as well for builds like this. So you'll be seeing some other famous builds as well throughout the channel. But this is the first one, so I hope you guys do enjoy this. So right now I'm trying to build the outside of the house, and it is it was hard. I'll just say building this house was hard. The scaling of the house, I tried to keep it as realistic as possible as it is to the show, which I think on the exterior of the home or the outside of the house, I think it looks, I think it looks 100% accurate. On the inside, however, the scaling is definitely not 100% accurate. But I think it did turn out really good, I think. I think it really did. So yeah, the problem I had was definitely upstairs more with the rooms, and I was pausing throughout because I had like 4 pictures up next to me when I was building this. I finally was able to get my second monitor to work, so if I need to have a reference for something, I could just look over to the left of me, or if I'm looking over to the left, I could look to the right to my other monitor and see the pictures there instead of having to pause. But yeah, this was like pre-recorded before I even was able to get my second monitor to work. So anyway, I'm going off a topic. Off a topic here. So what I'm using for this is the block. I think it's called Kuro Util mod or something like that, where you get the different colored blocks. And I used this yellow planks block because I think it was better the better material to use for the house, since it did kind of encapsulate the color of the house altogether, because the house in the show has yellow siding, so the most accurate one was of course the yellow planks. I'm also using cyan flooring or cyan blocks because the floor is cyan, and I also used like yellow clay or something like that for the patio. And the patio, um, I mean, like it was weird. I mean, it's yellow in the patio, but everywhere else in the house on the first floor is just a cyan color, or like kind of an aqua color. So the closest one was cyan. And then I'm here digging out the driveway as well. So I use light gray concrete for that, which will probably be for most of these builds, these famous builds as well. Or builds, the famous homes or buildings that are in different shows that you see. So I also did that for the walkway. The walkway was actually like really skinny because it's just where the door is, but I decided to widen it a little bit more to make it a little more, more room to walk. um, one of the good things that I was able to find with the Kuro Util mod is that there's this green, dark or like dark green, or I think it's just green. Um, nether. Oh crap! Green nether brick. So green nether brick, and this right here really took the cake. It really did because the roof in the show is green. It's green, so I was able to mimic that. There wasn't any green slabs though, so that was kind of unfortunate because the slabs for the back part of the house, which will be built later, I wasn't able to get that going, so or I wasn't able to build that. I had to replace it with quartz, quartz slabs and oak quart or oh my god, oak slabs. Sorry, I'm getting a little mixed up here. I used white concrete for the ceiling as well for the first floor and for the second floor. The second floor has different flooring. It has I used I think pink blocks, and then I used purple for Meg's room. The scaling upstairs is what really doesn't is not 100% accurate, and I tried my best to make it as accurate as possible. Some of the rooms seem fairly accurate, like Meg's room was actually close to the size of the room, or exactly the size of what the room would be in Minecraft if the Family Guy was in Minecraft. So yeah, the other problem I had was the closet, which I made right there, and then the bathroom that is attached to Lois and Peter's bedroom. So yeah, you can see Meg's room there, which is very large. Chris's room was very small. Chris's room is, well, it's more like it's longer than it is wider because the way that the room is shaped is supposed to be you just turn it the other way and there you go, there's the shape. It's more like a wide rectangle rather than like a one going vertical and instead of horizontal. So yeah. So yeah, I decided to the inside, I wasn't really able to change the colors in there. It was just the yellow, because usually when I build houses like these, to keep them to a realistic scale, I just put the same color on the inside as I do the outside, just to save more room and to save a little more time. Because if I were to, like, if you saw the bank video that I did, the bank speed build, then you would see that I did like 2 layers of blocks, and actually that one didn't take too long because the build was pretty small. But if I did like a massive house or a house at this scale, even though it's like a typical suburban home, it would it would take me a lot longer because this one took me probably like an hour, a little over an hour to do, because there were some things that I also was missing as well. I finished the build, then I had to go back and do the revealing of the house, so there's that too. And yeah, so also in the thumbnail, there's some differences because I did go back off camera and I did replace a few things, like I added an extra window for the patio above the door, and then I put in a I put in trap doors in the front to act like shutters for the front 2 windows, because in the picture on the show, or whenever you see the frame where the show shows the house, then there's the shutters in the front. So here I am working on the second floor. I'm finishing up the walls, I'm finishing up the roof. The back part of the house, which is a raised part where it's kind of like an extension out in the back on the second floor, because that's where Meg's room and Chris's room is. So that's that raised part. If you see like a front picture, you can see it in the back where there's like a less steep slope than I can't word today. Today is just not my day to talk. I just can't think of the words in my brain. But you know what I'm talking about. Like, it's less steep than the actual roof itself. But there was no green slabs, as I said, so I decided to use quartz slabs, and then I used oak slabs. And I had to do a little bit of adjustments because I didn't want roof that back part of the roof to reach up to the very top, so I had to kind of make it a little flatter at the very top from where that met the tip of the roof. So um, the green roof, that is. So if I'm making reference to it, there's the green roof, and then there's like the brown or like the oak roof. So but you won't be able to see it that much unless you go into the back. But the front is what really is what you're supposed to be looking at. So um, all the green, I mean, like I said, it's not really 100% accurate, but it is as close as I could get it. If I did have green slabs, that would totally work. Totally work. I also realized that this house has a lot of entrances and exits. There's the exit to the garage, or from the garage. There's actually an exit from the kitchen. There's the front door, and then there's the door to the patio, which I'm like, okay, lots of ways to get in and out, so a lot of doors. Um, I go inside and I start putting in doors for all the rooms, and then I also go in and I put in the lights for the house. This I was a little confused when I was putting in the lights because, as usual, with a lot of rooms and a lot of turning in the corridors around the house, it was a little jarring, and I kind of lost track of what I was doing or which light switches I used on which lights. Oh, also the basement of the house, I only added the stairs into them. I did not put in the actual basement. You rarely see the basement in the show. There was like one episode where Peter did like I think he made a bar in the basement, but that's like the bar. You know, if I were to make the basement into a bar, other than that, it's more like just concrete and you know not really much going on in the basement. So I just made it look like that there's a way down into the basement. So yeah, the dining room, of course, and the back sitting room or lounge area, I guess. I don't know what the back room is called. There's like the lounge, there's the living room, there's the dining room, there's of course the bathrooms, all the bedrooms, uh, there's the kitchen. I'm not sure what that back room is. There's the patio, of course. And then I go back outside and then I put in all kinds of shrubbery, and then I do real quick, I put in a bunch of grass because I wanted to extend the backyard a little bit, but the backyard's not really that big, so I only could do what I could, but I think it turned out really well. If you notice in the revealing here in just a moment, you get to see the lovely house here. You can see the extensions from the top of the roof there. Wasn't really sure if I wanted to put like raise the bottom up by one or keep it at the bottom. I decided to raise it up a little bit more because it actually looks better and it kind of matches the theme throughout the entire house with the windows. There are portions of the house where I couldn't add the two windows on either side. There's one where the garage is because there was room for that, but where the patio is, I wasn't able to do that, unfortunately, as you can see right there. And then in the back, you can see the oak roof with the oak or the quartz slabs that act as a trim. You can see the chimney there as well. Here's the back here with the shrubbery, all the bushes, and then, of course, the windows in the back. You can see through the house. The furnishing won't happen until the next video. If you guys actually want me to furnish this house, let me know in the comments below because I would really like to see what you guys thought of this video, and I also want to know if you guys want to see me actually furnish the video as accurately as I can do. So. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye! See you guys later.